Ladies and gentlemen of YouTube, Boogie2988 coming at you live once again through the power of the internet. And YouTube has added a new feature called Super Thanks, which I took advantage of last week with my newest Francis video. And I'm going to do something that I feel like a lot of creators probably won't do. I'm going to show you how much money that video generated, including how much of that was Super Thanks, because I think you deserve to know. Now, if you don't know what Super Thanks is, it's one of the buttons that's down here along this row of tons of other stuff they now have. And if you click that button, it allows you to tip a creator, maybe $1.99, $9.99. I think there's even custom amounts, so you can give whatever you want to a creator to say thank you for making the video that you're watching, or thank you for their channel. Now, obviously, this is a great tool for any YouTuber. The rich YouTubers are going to use it and get infinitely richer, which always is weird to me when people donate money to someone who's already a millionaire, but whatever. There's two other groups that I think can really benefit from it way more than those guys. Smaller creators who don't get a lot of views, therefore they don't get a lot of ad revenue, you give them $1.99, it's going to make a big difference to them, so you definitely should consider doing that. And then there's channels like mine, which get a reasonable number of views. However, it's mostly demonetized views because we've done edgier stuff like Francis videos. And these days, not all of my Francis videos get demonetized. They're better than they've ever been. But for the most part, I get low quality ads. So where somebody might get paid $1,000 in ad revenue, I'm lucky to get 100 on the same amount of views. And before I show you these numbers, let me go ahead and say I was so surprised by how many people donated and chose to support me. If you've chosen to do that, if you've given me a super thanks, if you've bought a t-shirt, if you're just still watching the videos, the fact that you care enough to still interact with me and my online social media presence means the world to me. And I got more to say about that at the end of the video, so stick around. So here's the YouTube studio for this video. And I'm going to show you several things here. I know you want to focus on the money, but first I want to say 40,000 views, looking good. It's similar to the normal views I would get. That means there's a demand for this video. And I'm glad it's not as a bigger demand or a smaller demand. It's about the same as my other videos, which is great. You can also see I lost 37 subscribers here. It's actually pretty good. I normally lose more subscribers on each upload than that because people see the new me. I'm not as fat, I'm not as weird. They've outgrown the content, they've heard horrible things about me. Whatever reason, they choose to unsubscribe. But I know what you're interested in is not how it performed. It's the amount of money that I made. So we'll click on the revenue tab, and you'll see $442. My RPM is $11.97, which is actually pretty high for me. That's really impressive. Per 1,000 views, I made $11.97. Most YouTubers I talk to make way more than that. I know some people, I'm not going to call anybody by name, but I know some are making $15, $20 per 1,000 views easily. Mine's always been kind of low, but I'm glad to get what I get. Playback base CPM, 987. That's the quality of the advertisements that appeared here. Sometimes that can be far lower than this, $5 CPM. Sometimes it can be way higher. I know, again, people who are in the $15, $20 range for CPM. But that's what Francis videos are getting now. Back in the day, for years, when these videos were getting millions and millions of views, I would be lucky to make almost nothing from these videos. So I was really surprised to get any ad revenue whatsoever from this Francis video. And if we go down here to where it says revenue sources, you'll see it says your transaction revenue, $265. That's from the super chats. That's from you. Thank you. Compare that to the $168 I would have made in ad revenue, which, again, I'm so grateful to bring in $168 worth of ad revenue, especially when a video like this used to bring in maybe $20, $50 if I was lucky with this number of views, even with 10 times the views. Sometimes the Francis video would only make $50. I'm grateful to get it, but I hope that you can see, with each of you guys chipping in $1.99, how this really added up to being profitable. Now, a lot of you might be scratching your head, isn't any YouTube video profitable? Yeah, if I'm just sitting in front of the camera and talking about modern events or something like that, yeah, it's always profit, pure 100% profit. However, there's a time investment, and in the case of Francis videos, a financial investment. In this particular case, I had to go out, I had to buy groceries, I had to set everything up, I had to hire a camera guy who also helped me clean up and get all this stuff done, wrangle the dogs. And there's a time and money investment in that, and I like to be able to recoup as much of that money back as I could. And once Francis videos were huge losses, I didn't want to do them anymore. I don't know, is that selfish of me? But I hated spending $500 to make 50 back. But now that you guys donated $250 worth of super thanks, I'm taking that money, I'm hiring my friends, they're coming over on Wednesday, and I'm finally filming the Elden Ring video that I wanted to film this whole time. I just wasn't willing to spend all of that money to make none of it back. Now that I have your money to spend, I'm definitely going to spend it on bringing you the videos that you're paying for. Actually, of that $258, I think YouTube keeps 30% of it. I get 70%. So, for example, if somebody donated $10, YouTube kept $3 of it. I'm not complaining. YouTube hosts the videos, shares the videos. I'm glad they get their cut. But just keep that in mind. I won't get all 250, but I'm glad to get anything. I'm just glad to have anything. Now, if you made it this far in the video, you're probably a super fan. You're probably interested in my life and my situation. So let me talk about why this video gets 40,000 views, even though I still have 4.15 million subscribers. It's actually really interesting, and I think you'll be fascinated by it. In this section of the studio, we see the reach, and there's some really interesting statistics here. For example, this video was served up in recommendations 529,000 times. Now I want you to keep in mind, I have 4 million subscribers. That means 1/8 of the people that are subscribed to me ever saw this in a timeline, either subscriptions or suggested. Only 1 out of 8 of my subscribers were ever given the chance to even know that this video existed. So that's one of the biggest issues I face. And I know you're wondering, why wouldn't YouTube show it to every subscriber? Well, it would if every subscriber checked the subscriber tab, but not everybody does that. And they mostly rely on recommendations, and if they don't get recommended the video, then they're never going to know that video existed. Right? And then of that 4 million subscribers I have, a lot of them are dead accounts. They've either moved on to another platform, they've created a second account, and they're using that one more. They don't even know that this video or this channel still exists. I see that on TikTok all the time. Oh my God, I haven't seen you in my recommendations for years. I'm so glad to rediscover you. If you're rediscovering me now, you're one of those people. When we look at the other stuff, impression click-through rate, that means of all the people that saw it, only 5.6% of people actually clicked on it. That could be because the thumbnail's not very good, or they're not interested in the title or the thumbnail or the content. They don't want to see a Francis video. And this is really important these days. You really want your click-through rate to be 8 or 10%. My thumbnails always suck. I even hired out Emily Saxton to make this thumbnail for me, and I think it's probably the best thumbnail I've had in years. And I still only got a 5.6% click-through rate. So it's kind of frustrating, but it is what it is. But keep in mind, this is not me whining or complaining. This is just how it is, and I'm grateful for the views I'm getting. I'm grateful for the click I got from you, and the fact that the watch time you're giving me right now is so important. Thank you for continuing to watch. But if you're keeping track, YouTube only shows my videos to 1 out of 8 subscribers, and then only 1 out of 20 subscribers choose to click. So that's why my views look the way they do. Not only does YouTube focus on click-through rate right now, but they also care about watch time, which is very frustrating because Francis videos tend to be short. I mean, it's one big gag, right? The Francis character. And he's fine in 4-minute, 8-minute bursts, but anything longer than 8 minutes, I'm bored editing it. I know people get bored watching it, so comedy videos need to be fairly short, and that can be a frustrating thing to deal with as well. And then this little pyramid here just fascinates me because it's set up in a very confusing way, but 517,000 impressions means 26% of my views came from YouTube recommending my content. The rest came from you pursuing and looking for it, either from an outside link like Twitter or Reddit, or from you looking at the subscription page or just looking at my homepage, Boogie2988. That shows you how little work YouTube does spreading my videos around. And then that led to a 5.6% click-through rate, which led to 29,000 of the potential views. Of that, only 3 minutes and 33 seconds of this 8-minute video got watched on average by those people, which meant the watch time from impressions is low. YouTube is less likely to recommend it. Which leads me to the thank you I want to say earlier. I mean, obviously I appreciate the super chats, But you are the person that made it 8 minutes into this video. You might have sat through a mid-roll to get to this point in the video. It means the world to me that you click on these videos, that you watch most or the entirety of these videos. You are the thing that keeps this channel alive. I love you for it. I could not be more grateful. $1.99, great. Your watch time, your engagement, so much more important. And I'm so happy to get it. At the end of the day, all this algorithm stuff doesn't really matter. What matters is the fact that I've been on this platform since 2006. Good God, is that 16 years? My relevancy has faded over the years, both because of controversies and just the natural fact that relevancy for a lot of people will eventually fade. I'm an old man now, and there's a much younger audience on here. I don't bring a lot to the table that they want to see. And it's super fans like you. Now that the casual viewers are gone, now that the looky-loos, now that the spectators are gone, all that's left is the fans, and you're a fan, and boy, does that mean the world to me. You stuck through all the controversy, you stuck through all the bullshit, the boring content, my 2-year absence where I barely uploaded, and you're still here. Amazing. You are amazing, and you impact my life every day. Thank you. So we're going to go to work to shoot in this next Francis video. Then I have a video about the potential boxing match coming out, and I'm working on all of that. But I wanted to show this transparency for you because I think it's important. And I obviously understand and know that expecting $250 in donations from every Francis video is not going to happen. And I don't expect it to happen. But when we do get a nice big windfall like this one, I'm going to spend it on quality content. And maybe we'll make it back, maybe we won't. But at the end of the day, I'll enjoy filming it, and you'll enjoy watching it, and everybody wins. And that's amazing. That's amazing. Putting a little bit of happiness in this world, you're winning. Now, that's one man's opinion. I know you're going to let me know if I'm wrong. Let me know down there in the comment section below. Drop a like on this video if you enjoyed it and you want to see more like it. Stay tuned for that Francis video. Stay tuned for more content. Guys, as always, thanks for watching. I love you very much.